Sagittarius. Hello, nurse. Welcome back, guys. We are doing the person on your mind. Person on your mind. These have been truly interesting. We got judgment twice. Alright, let's see. The person on your mind. Okay. Let's see. Sagittarius. The person on Sagittarius' mind. You got the Three of Wands. That energy is interesting. The Seven of Swords. The Eight of Cups. The Four of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Then at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Swords. Sagittarius, the person on your mind is healing. They're healing right now. They are working very hard at something. They are very, very heavily focused. We have Jupiter and Libra here. And they are in respite. Or respite, however you guys want to say it. This person is healing. They are, I think we have the Four of Swords is right here. This person is healing. They are, but they're healing in a way where all their chakras are coming back online, and they are using this energy. They are using, you know what it's giving? It's giving Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And you know how he made that whole mess at the beginning, and at the end he it all goes wrong and he loses both girls. And then he goes home and he's still heartbroken, he's still healing, but he finally deep dives into his passion that he's always wanted to do, which was that puppet musical or whatever it was. This is what it's giving. So it's not like you're fully back online to who you are. It's not like you're fully ta-da, I'm here. But you're healing. You're pouring the heartbreak, the hurt, all of the pain that you've gone through. You're transmuting that energy and you're putting it into something beautiful. Or they're putting it into something beautiful. They're working very hard right now at something that they're very passionate about in their lives. They have their sweats and a t-shirt on and socks, and they're not necessarily taking care of themselves, but not necessarily like, you know, Leo fashion where they're like, you know, up to the nines, right? They're waking up and they're boom, they're inspired, they're working, they're doing the thing, right? With the Three of Wands right here, I feel like your person is looking back at not just your situation, but at the situations that they've been in. And it's always like hindsight is 20/20. This person is looking back and seeing almost like hindsight is 20/20. They're now seeing clearly about everything that happened. The situation, they're seeing it. It's almost like what I'm seeing is, you know, Tony Stark in Iron Man, where he pulls open and it's all different visions of, like, he can see everything from different angles. That's what I'm seeing, right? This person is taking apart the situations, what they did, how they played into it, and not just what happened, but their frame of mind. What frame of mind was I in? Why was I in that? And then they take that frame of mind and they're going back to where it originally started. I'm seeing this person go into different timelines, and they're going in and they're saying, okay, well, it started here, so this is what happened, and then I was damaged here, and then because of this, and I feel like I had to learn this lesson because I did this. This person, they just showed me from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie goes crazy and he's trying to solve that. What was he trying to solve? I don't know what he was trying to solve, but he has this board and there's like red strings everywhere, and he's like going crazy trying to like. I don't feel like this person is like that. This person is doing it very much energetically, and they're doing it very much with their mental. I feel like their guides are also like, oh, and this, and so they pull up a slide and they say this one, and then this person is very, 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 very very psychic, very intuitive, very smart, very self-aware, a little too self-aware, to be honest with you, and that makes life a little bit more difficult. But I feel like this person knows what they're doing. They're doing it in a way of healing. I think that they know that they don't do this in the 3D world, because when you do that, then it becomes very complicated. But for them, they're trying to heal and catch a pattern, right? Everything's about patterns. Everything in life is about patterns. When you find a pattern, that's when you can stop it. You say, okay, I was doing this because of this. I was doing that because of that. I was overindulging in certain things, and every time I'd overindulge, I would do that, right? And that's what I'm seeing. So this person right now is, with the Three of Wands, they're having foresight. They're looking back on their situations, and they know their ships are coming in, but they're looking back while they're waiting for their ships to come in, and they are catching all the patterns. And now that they're catching all the patterns, they have foresight to the things that are coming in. They're getting all this knowledge. They're reading all these books, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're reading books, but they're getting all this knowledge so that in the future they have the foresight to catch the patterns before they happen. This person is doing some crazy shit. With the Seven of Swords, they're escaping. They're leaving. They're moving in silence with Moon in Aquarius. They're very much moving in silence, but they're moving in pride. They're very proud of what they've overcome and what they've done. But they're being very, sneaky about the way they're doing it, and not in a bad way. They're keeping things hidden. Everything that they're doing, they're working very hard, and it's under the table because they've realized, again, patternings. They found a pattern where if they overshare, where they trust the wrong people, where, whatever it is that they've uncovered, they found that pattern. So right now they're keeping everything very close to the chest. With the Eight of Cups, they're abandoning anything and everything, and even patterns that are no longer serving them. They are abandoning situations, friends, relationships, and I feel like even like bad habits. I'm getting bad habits, and they're abandoning everything that doesn't, because even the bad habits were leading to certain patterns and certain behaviors, right? Because let's just give an example. If we're talking about alcohol, right? When you're with alcohol, you're what's the word I'm looking for? Obviously, I can't think of the word. It's a very simple word too. Your guards are down, right? And then you do stupid mistakes. And then you're in a situationship where it's toxic and you're just being used and blah blah blah, right? Or for instance, when you're overeating and you don't feel so good about yourself, so somebody comes in and they can, there's people, they're narcissists, not even narcissists, people that know this person has low, or they think, you know, there's not everybody that's overweight or whatever, but they can smell when somebody's having like self-esteem issues. There's movements that you make, like you hide certain things, and they can see that you're uncomfortable in your own body, and your self-esteem is low for whatever issue, right? And they'll come in and swoop in, and they will say the right things to manipulate you into some kind of toxic pattern, right? Because they can see that. So right now I feel like your person is, with the Four of Cups, they're reevaluating life. I do feel like they're taking care of themselves. I do feel like they're they're trying what they can to do to take care of themselves and to make sure that they don't overindulge. But I do feel like right now there's nothing that interests them. There's not a person, there's nothing in sight that interests them right now. So right now they're spending a lot of time alone. They're spending and like I said, they're spending a lot of time alone, but they're working on themselves. Look, with the Seven of Pentacles, they're working. There's growth here. There's growth where they're putting their energy, and they're just allowing themselves to indulge in themselves. I don't feel like this is a negative indulgence. I feel like they're just leaving anything and everything behind, and they are just, again, it's not this need to, like, you know, when you go through a heartbreak, you go through that like funky stage where it's like you're not depressed anymore, but you're not like all glammed up yet. You haven't had your full glow up. It's like, yeah, I'm getting up and I'll shower every other day, and I'm still kind of like, you know, doing my nails, and it's not the full glow up yet. It's like on the way there, if that makes sense. Right now they're just indulging in allowing themselves to have their chips and watch TV and just do the minimum, the bare minimum in certain situations, right? Because they don't have the energy to. When you go through heartbreak, when you go through trauma, when you go through a situation that really causes you to change, you lose so much energy. You don't have the energy, because healing, it takes so much energy, and so you don't have the energy to get up and wash your hair every day and do your makeup and get dressed up nice, and maybe even you've gained some weight so none of your clothes fit, right? So you're just kind of like, screw it, I'm just gonna stay in my robe. But your person is not just sitting here doing nothing. Your person is all focused right here, all focused on healing, but they're pouring all of that healing into that one thing, right? And it's gonna be different for everybody. It's gonna be different for everybody, but they only have enough energy for that. That's what they have energy for. They don't have energy to get ready. They don't have energy to go out and party. They don't have energy to any of that. That's growing back. That's coming back slowly but surely, little by little. So they're allowing things to be very simple and very easy in their mundane life. But when it comes to what they're healing and where they're transmuting their energy, let's say they're writing a book, they are putting the hours in, right? But they're not doing their hair and their makeup and getting dressed. They might not even be brushing their teeth. They're just getting up, going straight to the keyboard, right, or the typewriter with their bowl of cereal or their coffee, and they're just going at it, right? And then later on, when they've burned that energy off, they go and sit in front of the TV and hang out and eat chips and indulge in just making themselves feel better. Because really, when you're sick, what do? You lay in bed and you feel better. You get better, right? With the Nine of Pentacles, though, this person is literally, if not already there, they are self-sufficient. Venus and Virgo, self-sufficient. They are self-sufficient. They're happy single. They're happy where they're at. They're happy with how they look right now. They're happy with what they've got going on. And with the Nine of Pentacles, this means that they are, if not already financially stable, they are on the way, because they're working their ass off over there. This person has it together. They're financially stable and they are happily single. This person is self-sufficient. They can put on their own pants. They can wipe their own butt. They can cook their own meals. They are self-sufficient, right? And they don't care if you don't like that they don't dress up and they're not wearing a bra and they're in their robe every day. They don't care. They're in that I have zero fucks to give stage. The only energy that they have right now is transmuting and healing, but putting all of their energy into the work that they're doing, okay? I love this for this person. Yeah. All right, let's clarify. I'm going to use these. I don't even know what they're called. They're heart oracles. They're a little bit lovey-dovey, but then I ground them down with my big Bertha over there. I want you in my arms again. With the Three of Wands. Let's see. I think about you every day. I'm focused on other things right now. What did I say? I feel like if this is somebody that wants you back, right now they're not focused on you. They do think about you, but right now they're fully focused on healing. Your words still linger. Yeah. This person is moving even away from you, because right now the only energy they have is exactly to heal and to transmute it into growing. I'm hearing growing an empire, growing their dream. You're my lighthouse guiding me to shore. So maybe this person uses you as a muse. Yeah, this person uses you as a muse. The light in me sees the light in you. Yeah, I feel like this person uses you as a muse. Let's see. But right now they pushed everything and anything right now that is not in their life and that is not front and center. They're pushing everything out, right? Can we start over? Yeah. Anything else? My love for you never fades, and I'm creating a more stable foundation. This person is they're foresight again. They're using everything that they've seen and they've gone through in the patterns, and they're making the necessary changes to make sure that this time things go differently. I'm not getting that there was a lot of toxicity here. This could have been, whoa. Look, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, but look what else came out. Self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Passion. Try something you've never done before. And soulmate. Yeah. So I don't feel like this is somebody that you've actually... Past life love. Look at that. Look at that. Past life love. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I don't know if this is somebody that you actually had a full-blown relationship with. I feel like this was some kind of either misconnection or somebody fumbled the ball, something like that. I'm not getting that there was some kind of toxic behavior here. Addictions, and addiction an addiction is affecting this relationship. Yeah, see, I even said right here, this person is even removing addictions. I feel like this person had a codependency addiction, to be honest with you. And maybe they started off playing games, and that turned you off to the situation. But I don't feel strongly like this was something that was super, super toxic. I am not available. See, maybe this person chose someone else. I feel like maybe they had a choice when they first met you, or they had a choice. I don't feel like you guys were ever together. If that's not the case, then, you know, just take it how it is. But I feel like they made a choice to go elsewhere because their addictions were clouding their judgment. They couldn't see clearly. If you guys were in a toxic relationship, then this isn't your reading. I do not do toxic relationships. If you're in a toxic relationship, run away and stay away. I pretend that I don't care. Yeah, see? This person is closed off. This person was closed off emotionally. And they tend to become codependent on people that don't force them to grow. And I feel like that's exactly what happened here with you guys, Sagittarius. So they went somewhere else and obviously saw that the grass wasn't greener, and it just kind of hit them. It just kind of hit them, seeing, with this being a past life relationship, though, that energy doesn't just go away. It doubles and then multiplies and then becomes and more and more and more. It doesn't matter how little time you guys spend together, it will snowball into remembrance. They don't want me to talk about it because my throat. Remembrance of who you are and how they feel about you. So even if it's been, let's say, a year, even if they went somewhere else, it didn't go well, and all they can think about is you. But you've helped this person grow, but now they're going through it, right? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I lied to you. Yeah, I think they lied to you about their feelings, but I think they also lied about the reason why they left. They didn't tell you that they probably went somewhere else with someone else, and made a choice to go somewhere else. I feel like you speak to me through music, and financial challenges are affecting this connection. Yeah. Okay. Let's get you guys some guidance cards. But this is the person on your mind. If this is something that it wasn't an ending that was too over the top, there is potential here to start over. They are saying it will be passionate. This is your soulmate, but they're saying go slow. If this is somebody that like straight up cheated on you for months and months or something, that's up to you. I just feel like this is somebody that it wasn't fully formed, right? But that again, that's up to you guys. Guidance for Sagittarius. Purification. It is time for a cleansing, detoxification of your mind and body. What did I say? It's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. Fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Yeah. Yes. It will be fair. And if this is not something that you're interested in anymore, then just move on from it. But there will be fairness this time around. So allow the universe to handle it. Okay, Sagittarius, I will leave it here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.